Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Team Training, and this is my draft analysis for Season 6 of the Major Pokemon League. So, I've been on a little bit of a break from the MPL, Major PL. I was not in Season 5, I was in Season 4, and I was in every season prior to that, not in Season 5, so this is my first season in the Major PL since Season 4, so not that long of a break, but still, I did have a season gap in between, so I'm coming back, and I'm so excited for this season. I love the roster of coaches we have. We have a lot of new coaches, but I really like the roster of coaches that we do have, and I feel like it's going to be a very fun season. I don't know if I'll list the name of coaches off. I mean, you know, I'll just look through the draft list and see who we got. I'll just go in order of the draft. So we got Mystic, Tone, Fog, Deebs, Omega, Fries, me, Reckless, Choice CJ, Blue Rogue, Just Weavile, Bill Standish, Melontosh, Kaz, the Uzi Gunner, and Harrow Horde. So a lot of cool coaches, a pretty good amount of new coaches, some old coaches from previous seasons coming back, like Mystic. He was in Season 2 and 3, and he was a replacement Season 1, so he's coming back. He's not placed in Season 3. Tone was in last season, and Season 4 he's coming back. I could go through the whole list of coaches and say what seasons they've been in, but I don't need to do that, and I don't want to do that, because that would make the video a lot longer than it needs to be. So I'm going to try and make this video relatively short, because draft analyses always are longer than you want them to be. It's for me, and I think a lot of other draft league YouTubers, so I'm going to try to make this not too long. But let me go over the team and my draft. So this is just a normal draft, normal league draft. You guys know how they work by now. They're usually snake, and this was a snake draft, so I think we randomized the order. I think that's how we did this. Yeah, so I got 7th out of 16, so not amazing, but not terrible, as I'm still just kind of early and can get a really good mon first round. So I just want to get the best mon that was still around, and by the time I was up in the 7th pick, I got the mon that I wanted to get, which is Mega Latios. I'm so excited to use this thing. I believe it really shouldn't be used in league, or shouldn't be allowed in league format. It's, in my opinion, it's pretty broken, but that's not a very common belief. So I want to either prove one or two things this season: prove to other people that are watching that it is broken, or really prove to myself that it is not. So one of those two things will probably happen this season. So I'm really excited to use Mega Latios. Also, the point total that we got overall was 120, and then Mega Latios was 19 points here. So I think I'm going to have a nice graphic on screen, so made by Deebs. He didn't make my individual team thing, but he did make like a general thing that he used for his team, and then he shared the PSD with me. So thank you to Deebs for making this cool thing. I'm still going to have to edit and put in my own Pokemon, but still, it's just a pretty, it's fairly simplistic, but it looks really nice. It's, it does the job. It's really nice. It's a nice little layout. You guys will probably see. I don't know where the face cam's going to go, but I'll figure that out. So, Mega Latios is just a really good mon. It gets a lot of good moves, a lot of good things, and I'm not going to talk about each mon too much. You guys know what they do, basically, but I'm really excited to use Mega Latios. So, round 2. So, coming around, back around, so on the latter part of round 2, I got Tapu Fini here, so another Defogger, which is nice. It's a good Fairy type, good Water type. I wanted to get some other things this round, like, I forget what I was trying for exactly, but some things got sniped from me. Like, I wanted to get Clefable originally in round 2. That would have been so nice to have Mega Latios Clef, have a little bit of a core there, but still Tapu Fini works really well with Mega Latios. It does hinder the offense pressure for my Dragon moves for Mega Latios if I'm in the terrain, but that's, only if I'm in the terrain, and I think, well, Mega Latios isn't on the ground, but if I'm hitting Pokemon that is on the ground, then it would lower my offensive power from Dragon moves, but if the other Pokemon's in the air too, then I don't believe it does. But that's only if terrain's up, which isn't. It's only 5 turns, so it might not be. And Fini's just a really good mon. I've used it in the CPCT League. I really liked it there. I used it in my championship run. Just a little shout out. And about Fini every game. That Fini is just a really good mon. It's really reliable. It does not get any recovery, so it's not the best there. But I believe if you can use it well on a bulky offensive team, which is kind of what I've gone for, kind of more balance here, but still kind of bulky offense with this draft that I have, then I believe it's actually a really good mon, and if you can use it wisely, I believe Fini can be used for its job well, does not get recovery. Next, we got Gliscor here, so I noticed it does add a second ice weakness, as you do already with Mega Latios, and Gliscor is quad weak. Fini is a good ice resistance, though, so that helps. It does give me my first Stealth Rocker, which is nice. It does give me another Defogger, which is pretty cool. I really wanted to use Gliscor for a while. It's a cool mon. I think the Poison Heal is so good with it, especially because it's so fast and can roost off. It can roost off its flying type, which can really help it, and it's not quite weak to ice on its roosts. And also, then it's not weak to. Well, no, it's only weak to ice ice and water normally, but so then losing its flying type does make it also weak to like grass and no, that's it. It only adds one weakness, but still it makes it resist some other thing that doesn't resist because it's a flying type, like rock. It does resist, and it's just really nice. And Roost, with it being a fast mon, makes it so good. And the poison heal with Toxic Orb is so good. Like it's double of Lefty's, getting back like 12%. And if you carry Protect, that's 24% right there. That's half of a Roost right there just from 2 turns. And Glass Core is so good. I want to use it. It's so hard to prep for and really annoying. So I'm excited that I have the chance to use it. I also get some other cool things. It does give me a second mon that is in the air, so it's good to just have some mods in the air, not make my team super susceptible to spikes or toxic spikes, which is nice. And I do already have 3 defoggers, so I'm liking where I'm going with there. I just need to add some more hazard setters in. So next round I got Nihiligo. So I like this because it gives me another quad weakness, which is pretty nice. If you can stack them up, then it's hard to carry those hidden powers for what you need. So I really like what I have there. So I have quad weakness to ice and to ground. Nihiligo does give me a second rocker, does give me a T-Spiker, gives me some more speed, another amount of 100, which is nice. A good special attacker. It's my first time using Nihiligo, so I'm excited for that. It has decent dual stab, pretty good dual stab, but it doesn't get steel types or ground types too hard. It does get grass, not for most ground types, and then not really much for any steel types, but it does get hidden power and knock off, and can still gets Thunderbolt too, which isn't terrible. And just general team support can help it there, but still, Nihiligo is a really good mon, and I'm excited to use it. It is pretty fast, it hits hard, and you can make it a speed boosting or a special attack boosting set, which is really nice because Beast Boost, which is a great ability. I don't think I've really used any beasts in a draft before. I don't think I have. So I'm excited for that. And next we got my Lucario here. So this is a really good mon. Gives me some priority, which I do need on this team. I'm lacking it right now. I think Glass Root gets quick attack, but I'll run that like maybe once. So having some good hard hitting priority with Lucario is really nice there. Lucario is just really good mon. I had it in Season 3. It's a solid mon there, and it just hits so hard. It's a good breaker, and E-Speed hits a lot of fast mons. A lot of fast mons are pretty frail, or not too bulky, so it does hit them really hard, and it's just a good breaker, and it's just a really nice mon. I loved it in Season 3. I think it led my team in kills, or was second to Mew. I think Luke had one more, though. So Luke was just a really good mon. It's a good mixed attacker, mixed wall breaker, and I really like it in combination with my Mega Latios, as Mega Latios can lure in bulky dark types or psychic types or fairy types, and Lucario can do very well versus dark types. It does get Steel Stab for those fairy types. It also gets Meteor Mash now. I think it's new in this gen, maybe recently, maybe the gen before, or games before. It gets Meteor Mash, which is good. That way you don't have to hit Iron Tails, which is good. So it can hit fairies pretty, at least more reliably than it could in the past. And then psychic types, it doesn't hit super hard, but Meteor Mash is pretty good, or Crunch, and it can still pressure psychic types, which can help out my Mega Latios. Now, one thing I forgot to say till just now, I forgot to realize, is that I'm actually going to be nicknaming my Pokemon after some of my favorite Survivor players, the reality TV show Survivor. I guess more of a game show. Survivor. I really like it. It's a great show. Now I'm only going to be nicknaming them after players in seasons that I've seen. I haven't seen too many seasons. I've seen I think like 7 or 8 seasons now. So not every season. They're on season 36 right now, so not too many. But I'm going to be naming them after Survivor players that I really like. So I'm just going to go right back to my team. Or should I? I'll do that at the end. I'll go over the nicknames at the end. So I'll just keep going through my teams that I got. So after Lucario, so Lucario is a good mon, but not a great steel type, as it does not resist fairy, and it's not very bulky, and doesn't do a lot of things that steel types that you want steel types to do. It doesn't even get rocks. So I got another steel type in my next pick, and I got Empoleon. So I think I originally wanted Bronzong, but I was taken before I could get it. So I had to settle for Empoleon, but Empoleon's still a pretty nice mon. It's not my designated bulky waters. I do have Tapu Fini, so Tapu Fini's going to be filling that role more than Empoleon, so I don't have to rely on Empoleon for that, which is nice. Empoleon, another rocker. It's my 3rd rocker, 4th defogger, which is great. Gives me potentially more priority with Aqua Jet. Scald and Flash Cannon is really nice, and it's just a really good mon. So good bulky offense mon. You can set up rocks, can maybe defog them away. It's not great at doing both, but can at least do one, and probably only has to do one depending on my team support and what I'm bringing. So Empoleon's just a nice mon. I feel like it supports my team pretty well. It does give me a nice ice resist to go with my Goliath score there. Does add my 3rd ground weakness, 3rd in a row. That's not very good, but I do have 2 immunities in the form of my Mega Latios and my Gliscor, which is good, and then Tapu Fini is still pretty good checking those ground types, so that's nice. So, next pick, I know I already have this typing on my team in fighting, but I want to get another fighting type, because I think fighting spam could be really nice to help pressure dark types, and at least pressure psychic types a lot, and just help my Mega Latios out, and really just pressure the mons that Mega Latios could have trouble with, or need weakened. And also fighting types can check steel types, which Mega Latios could have trouble with. So get another fighting type, which does honestly do a kind of similar role to Lucario, but also kind of different. Gives me some more speed. Also is a nice pivot, which is actually only my second U-turn on the team so far, but I think it's a really good mon. That is Mienshao. Mienshao is really nice, as it can be a wall breaker. It can be a late game Scarf Sweeper. It gets Baton Pass and some cool setup moves. It gets decent coverage, or it gets pretty nice physical coverage. Special coverage is not great, but it does have a pretty viable special attack stat of, I think, 95? Let me double check on that. Something viable, something pretty good. Yeah, it's 95, so pretty good there. So Mienshao is just a really good mon, and I'm excited to use it here. It's a 125 attack stat. It's powerful, and it's going to allow it to hit hard, and works well with my Lucario too. Just pressure, psychic types, and dark types, and steel types, fairy types, stuff that Mega Latios could have trouble with, and they just go really well together. And I also like it because, you know, even though it feels like kind of similar role to Lucario, it doesn't have to fill the same role, and maybe I can only bring one of them for a game if I need one very specific role that one of them feels better than the other, or even I can make them both kind of wall breakers and one physical, one special, and they can kind of either do both, which is really nice. So I think for now I like this fighting combination here of Luke and Mienshao. I've seen fighting combos in the past work, especially with Lucario. Like I saw Jolt use Lucario and Breloom really well in NPL Season 4, so that was a nice combination. And I've seen other fighting cores work well, but that was just one that it comes off the top of my head there. So after Mienshao, I got a mon that I used in Season 4. It's a nice mon. It became popular relatively recently, but it is a good mon, and that is Stunfisk. Another rocker, 4th rocker. Gives me another ground type, a more reliable ground type, and electric immunity than Gliscor, because Gliscor is quite weak to ice, and while Stunfisk is also weak to ice, still it's pretty fat and not quad weak, so it can actually take some hidden power ices relatively well, and not be as pressured by ice types or ice coverage as Gliscor is, because Gliscor is quad weak and is scared of that. So Stunfisk is pretty nice there. It's just fat. It doesn't get Volt Switch unless they change out this game, but I don't think they did. So it's not a fast electric type that gets Volt Switch. I was looking for something that was fast and got Volt Switch and was immune to electric, and I was considering maybe Raichu, but it's not that fast and not bulky at all. So I like Stunfisk better. I wanted to get Jolteon, but a Mega Jolteon took that from me before I had the chance to get it. So I did not get Jolteon. It would have fit really well with what I have, but that's okay, as you know, it's mons, it's drafts. You know, you have to move on and have to adjust to snipes. It happens. So not a big deal. We get Stunfisk, which is just a really good mon too. It gives me 4th rocker, as I said, so I can feel pretty comfortable with rockers, hopefully. So that's really nice. So next, I got Umbreon. This is a really good mon to my team, I think. It is a pretty nice glue mon to this team, as it is a nice Wish Passer and allows some of my bulkier Pokemon that don't have recovery to function better, like Tapu Fini, maybe Nihilego if I'm running a bulky set, and Polion, Stunfisk, and it's just really nice to help me pivot in between mons, and it can also even like Curse Baton Pass is a very viable Umbreon set, and it's just a good mon, and I wanted to try it for a while. And also, you know, one of the best ways to beat Umbreon probably is Toxic, and if I have Terrain up and can pivot with my Fini and Umbreon, then I can hopefully keep Terrain up and stop Umbreon from being able to be Toxic. So if I can play well around that, then Umbreon can just be really annoying and really tough to break, which is great. And also, it kind of makes you bring your fighting type, or bring at least a lot of fighting pressure, which my Mega Latios is very okay with, and so is my Fini. So those mons just work really well together, and I really like Umbreon on this team as a good staple defensive mon. So last 2 slots, we have 2 slots left and 14 points. So in this second to last slot, I got a really fast mon. I wanted some more speed, and my fast mon right now is Mega Latios at 110, which is pretty good, but I want more speed than that. I have right now Mega Latios, Mienshao, and Nihilego above base 100. But I want one more above 100 and one faster than Mega Latios. So I got Swellow, which is 125 speed. I think it's that. Is it 125? Yeah, 125. It is a really good mon. It hits pretty hard, either on the physical or special side. Gets quick attack for some nice priority, and it also hits harder with guts, and if you're burned or something, then quick attack is hitting really hard. So Swallow is a pretty nice mon, and I think adds some good things to this team. Gives me another wall breaker, gives me potentially a late game sweeper, gives me a lot of speed, which is great, another U-turner, so only my third, but still, it's pretty nice, better than 0. So Swallow is pretty nice. It does give me a, actually only my first rock weakness, which I'm okay with. I do add another rock weakness in this last pick, but in this last pick, I wanted a fire type, and I wanted something that's not weak to ground, because I already have Stunfisk, Nihilego, Lucario, and Empoleon already weak to ground, so I don't want a 5th ground weakness. That would be really bad, but I still do want a fire type. So I end up getting Charizard in this last slot, which is great for me. As I think it's really good at 3 points, like normal Charizard. You know, it sounds like people think it's not that good of a mon because, you know, it's quite weak to rocks, and you know, isn't as good or powerful as Megazord X or Y, but still, it has base 100 speed, the special attack of 109 with really good dual stat, like fire and flying. Like the main checks to flying are steel types, which fire covers well, and then, you know, rock types do cover the dual stat well, but it does get decent coverage like Earthquake or Focus Blast, or even Solar Beam or something for those pesky rock types there. So Charizard is actually pretty nice, and I only have 2 rock weaknesses and a lot of defalkers. Actually, 6, yeah. I have total 6 because I have Latios, Tefini, Gliscor, Empoleon, Swallow, and Zard. So total 6 defalkers, so not lacking there. So, you know, rocks might not be the best versus my team, which means I really like Charizard there. I would have loved to get Charizard if it was my only rock weakness, if, you know, if I didn't have Swallow too, but I really like Swallow on this team too, so I'm okay with that. So I do have 3 flying types, Swallow, Zard, and Gliscor, but I'm okay with that because I feel like I cover their weaknesses fairly well. This video wasn't super short, but it wasn't as long as other draft analyses have been. So this is my team right here. Let me go over the nicknames actually. Don't want to forget that. So let me start from the beginning. So these are the Survivor players in seasons I've seen. So, you know, some big players like Boston Rob, who I've not seen the season of yet, I don't have on here, just because I haven't seen the seasons yet, as I said. And he's the main one of like a big Survivor player that I haven't seen yet, that I'm not including on here. But most other players are pretty recognizable, at least. And I'll say what seasons they're from, in case you guys are curious, if you are Survivor fans at all. So we got Mega Latios. I'm naming Richard after Richard from Season 1, who, spoilers, won Season 1. He was really good. He also came back for Season 8. I've not seen Season 8 yet, but I know he came back for that. So Richard, he was a cool guy and really good at the game, and so is Mega Latios. So next we got Tafini, named Parvati, after Parvati Shallow, who's in Season 13. I've seen that. That was Cook Islands. I've not seen 16 or 20, which she's in, but I know she's in 13. Got Gliscor, which is nicknamed Malcolm, after Malcolm, I forget his last name, Freeberg or something. He's in Season 25, 26, and 34. I've seen all those. Malcolm's a cool guy. I love Malcolm. He's the man. He's awesome. Next we got Nihilego, named Denise, after she won Season 25, which is Philippines. So sorry if there are any slight spoilers, but I mean, a lot of these winners and a lot of these things have been out for several years, so I don't consider these super huge spoilers, but whatever. Next we got Lucario, which I'm naming Ozzy, because Lucario is just, like, it's a fighting type, it's a beast, it's good at physical things, which Ozzy was great at, so Ozzy's a beast there. Next we got Empoleon, named Ben, just kind of with how Empoleon stands and looks, standing tall and powerful like Ben, from Season 35, Heroes vs. Healers vs. Hustlers, which Ben won, so Empoleon's just the man. Empoleon is a beast. Next we got Mienshao, named Yule, who won Season 13, Cook Islands. Mienshao is kind of resembles like a Japanese character, a fighting character or something, and Yule is like Korean, I think, but still Asian, so similar. I don't know if Mienshao is supposed to resemble Japanese or what, but something Asian and close. It's similar to Yule. I'm not being racist, but Yule is cool. I really like Yule. Next we got Stunfisk, nicknamed Cochran, after John Cochran. He was in Season 26, which I saw, and he won that season. And he's in another season, I think 23, but I didn't see that yet. So Stunfisk is a cool guy, and it's a nice little niche mon, and that's kind of what Cochran was. Cochran was just, he's kind of quiet, but like really good, really smart. We got Umbreon, nicknamed Adam, from Season 33, Millennials vs. Gen X, and Adam won that Season 2. So a lot of winners on this list, which is a kind of common theme, just because those are usually good players, but not necessarily the best, and not necessarily my favorites. Just, I mean, these are just the most memorable players for me from seasons I've seen, seasons that I like, and, yeah. Next we got Swallow, nicknamed Sarah, after Sarah from Season 34, Survivor Game Changers. She also won that season, so she was also in Season 30 or something, I forget what, maybe 31, no, not 31, 32, I forget what season she was in that before, but it was another season, which I have not seen yet, but Sarah was cool, and was really deceptive, and did a lot of good things, and yeah, last slot we got Charizard, which I'm nicknaming Rupert, after the very big guy. He's in Season 7, which I'm currently watching, and then the other seasons he was in, just 3 others I've not seen yet, but Rupert is such a character, he's really good. So, he's cool. Hopefully, if you guys know Survivor at all, or are fans, or just have heard of it, or know of any of these players, hopefully you like the nicknames and find them somewhat apt and fitting for the Pokemon I've assigned them to. The nicknames weren't a huge deal, so if you tuned out prior to me saying them, or tuned out at some point because you're not Survivor fans, that's fine, understandable. But I'm just gonna wrap up the video now, right here. I like this draft. I think it has a lot of power, a lot of good things. It does lack a grass type, so don't love that, but it was something I wanted, that I felt like I didn't need towards the end, and I do other things that can help me out there, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I really like a lot of things this team has to offer. I'm really excited to use Mega Latios. In Week 1, I am playing Melon, coach of the Exeter Chief Electivires, so that'll go up Friday, April 27th. Had to look at my calendar there. Hopefully you guys are excited for that. I know I am galvanized for that game to happen. I've not done it yet. I'll do a team builder for that most likely, and probably in the same video. And I don't know if it'll be on Wi-Fi. Major PL is usually on Wi-Fi, but I have not completed my game yet, and I'm kind of trying to figure out if I can get homebrew or something, so I can maybe hack in my game and change it so I get the Mega Ring. I'm just not saying I'm bringing Mega Latios. I haven't even started, or no, but I have, yeah. Like, not saying I'm bringing Mega Latios like every week, but just I want to try to get the Mega Ring just in case. And if I don't, I'm gonna do Showdown, just because I don't want to show either way that I am bringing Mega Latios or I'm not. So just want to clarify that. But I like the team. This video kind of dragged on a little bit longer than I would have liked it to because of the nicknames, but that's whatever. My team is cool. It's dope. And I'm really excited for the season to start. So I will see you guys April 27th, next Friday, with the Major PL video, and then also NPL will go up this Sunday, or no, Saturday. So that'll be tomorrow. So you guys will see the NPL Week 8 versus Gypsy going up tomorrow. So I'll see you guys. Peace out.